So, morning, Zamir.
Good morning, pleasure to meet you.
How are you?
I'm doing great, but I have a few concerns regarding my previous experience on a trip here in Uber. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am based in Burnaby, that's where I live and make most of my pickups there too. So I had this incident in the middle of my trip where a couple, lady and a guy, in their, I would say, mid 30s. When they were in the back of the seat, in the middle of the ride, they started to be pretty racist towards me, calling me names because of my ethnicity. I was not born in Canada, so they took advantage of this pretty harshly, saying that I should leave this country and telling me names. So I was found in the situation where it was either my safety or completing the trip. So what I decided was to park and tell them politely to leave because, well, I saw myself in a situation where I didn't know if it could escalate to something that's physical violence and stop being just verbal abuse. That's why I decided the best outcome was to leave them and, well, come here and talk to you.
Yes, that was actually the right move. Can you give me more details about the type of language they used and were there any safety concerns?
Yeah, I was called pretty harsh names. I am from Mexico, that's where I was born. So they told me names like Biner. I think that's the worst one, in my opinion.
What's the meaning?
Yeah, well, it's something pretty bad in terms of someone based in the US or Canada telling it to us, just basically saying that we're indigenous and we shouldn't be allowed in civilization like the rest of us, which is pretty harsh. And other names I prefer not to say since they are many, but yeah, that's basically what they were saying to me.
Yeah, so your safety is also one of our top priorities as well as the passengers. And we have policies in place, to avoid these kind of situations. And did you ever look at the policies recently?
Yes, I have. First of all, I found the Uber anti-harassment policy. This it states that aggressive, confrontational, or harassing behavior is not allowed. Then there's the Uber Code of Ethics, which states that upholding fundamental human rights and belief that all human beings around the world should be treated with dignity, fairness, and respect. So after reviewing this, I felt that my situation applied completely to both scenarios, to both policies, since I was not treated with dignity, not treated with fairness, nor respect. That's why I think what I did was the best outcome possible, since all the Uber anti-harassment policies apply in this case.
I see. That was the right move. So I spoke to the passenger before meeting you, and they actually denied everything you just said now. They said they weren't rude and they did not use any offensive language.
Okay.
So what do you think about it? Because obviously there's someone who's not telling the truth right now.
Well, I find it completely ridiculous that they even could talk to you about it and have disagreed with me. I always wanted to add a camera to my car. Unfortunately, I didn't do this in time, sadly. But I found myself in this situation where I only found two outcomes possible: either record them or record an audio. So I opted to record an audio because it's less aggressive towards the passengers. They can feel uncomfortable by being recorded, and that could end up resulting on physical assault. And my biggest concern was for it to pass from verbal abuse to actual physical abuse. So what I did was record the audio. I will send this to the Uber managers shortly. Hopefully that can make this situation a bit easier to resolve.
Okay, so let's focus on preventing these issues. Did you ever look at the guidelines? You know that, like, when you feel uncomfortable, there is a set of guidelines that you have to follow before ending the trip. So
yeah. So basically, these guidelines apply towards the anti-harassment policy. It's basically the same thing for those, but in terms of what I want to do with it, I don't want to file a lawsuit against the company because it's been pretty good to me. The rules are clearly stated, and I would like to continue following them. But I want to declare a civil lawsuit towards the two passengers. I think that outcome is not only beneficial but fair, in my opinion. After what I lived, it can be pretty traumatic experience for everyone. I could have, a good example is Jose Peralta. This guy is also based in Canada and lived a pretty similar situation. So basically, they were also calling him names, and unfortunately for him, they were a bit more aggressive than in my case. Nothing happened to him, but this what Jose did was basically similar. Just he followed all the code of ethics completely, step by step, which is great. And I would also like to add that there's been 9 murders during Uber rides worldwide, and I would love not to be part of this statistic. So continue improving in terms of how we can prevent all of this. I think it's really important for Uber as a company to tell their employees in a regular basis what rights do they have, because many times I have many Uber colleagues that are not aware.
sorry.
No worries. They are not aware of the policies that the company has. So I think it's a good idea to implement this in the app in order to prevent more things like this happening.
I would like to know more about the state of the passengers. Was the passenger intoxicated or they were just normal?
No, I didn't appear to see him intoxicated. He was just not a very nice individual at the end of the day. But no, he wasn't in any substance as of my point of view. I couldn't be completely sure, but yeah, I think it was just a racist individual, not following the guidelines that are there in Uber that every passenger accepts once they open an account. I think they should be banned, and I'm gonna go for the lawsuit, so probably it's not gonna be the best outcome for them. But yeah.
So, as I mentioned, I spoke to the passenger over the phone, and I couldn't confirm his age. So, can you classify him on the age group somewhere like middle age?
Also, I'm not completely sure, but he appeared to be in his mid-30s. I'm not sure if he lied in his account or something happened, but at least of what I saw, he appeared to be in his 30s, mid-30s.
Okay. At what time did the incident happen?
Well, this incident happened around 3 p.m.
Yes.
in Monday.
Yes.
Pretty regular day at work, but unfortunately, all this happened, and well, now I'm in this situation.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we are done for today, and hopefully we'll meet again and see what we can do. So
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, I meet you again in a different scenario,
yes,
much more positive one. But it's a pleasure to meet you.
yes, have a good day.
You as well. Thank you guys for watching.
Please subscribe, comment, and share.
Always like.
Send it to your mother, your grandmother.